Yes,
what
that's
time am I at? Where
the
am I at?
vasoconstriction, vasodilation response that we want. You got about 50 seconds left.
Okay, I made it past my normal threshold.
Normal threshold.
Okay, so Dr. Scott, first of all, thank you for yet another amazing cryo session. Can you tell me a little bit about, like, what are the origins of cryo? Like, where did it even come from?
Yeah, it was developed. It's been kind of refined over the last 30 years. A Japanese doctor in 1978 kind of did studies on how does cold therapy help. I think that in the past we've all known that cold ice packs are very important tools to use in terms of recovery, management for inflammation. So what they discovered is very low temperatures at very short duration treatments yield the best results. And so what that means is they developed a cryo chamber to deliver that, basically cold air. In doing so, it changes the the vascular supply to the body, and that's really how the delivery system of the cryotherapy works.
So, and I know I was asking this during our session, but this is something everyone asks me, that especially people who live in places, like Chicago, like some of you guys have been asking me these great questions about, well, I'll just go outside in the freezing cold and that'll give me the same benefits as cryotherapy. I don't need that. So what's the difference, and actually how cold is it in there, and like what's the difference there?
Well, as a Bears fan, first and foremost, I understand the cold, and simply the temperature is the difference. When you're in Chicagoland area, even if at 0 degrees, your body has the ability to pump blood flow to heat your extremities and arms and legs, and that's basically how your body stays warm. Heart rate increases slightly, and that delivers more blood or fuel to those areas of warming that body part. When we get into a situation where the temperatures are below 250, 300 below zero, your body understands, basically we can't compete with that. No matter how much blood I push out in that area, eventually we're going to lose that battle.
Wait, is that how cold it was in there?
It is, yeah. So temperatures can range anywhere from 200 to 300 below zero, which most people, and myself included at first, say, how do you not get hurt? And the simple answer is it's dry air. So difference being, if we're in cold temperatures of water, hypothermia sets in due to how energy dissipates in a liquid. It's different in the air. So a simple comparison that I like to use is putting your hand into a 400-degree oven. So as long as you don't touch anything that's metal in there, you can keep your hand in there for a short amount of time before that energy starts to go, oh, that's getting warmer. And that's similar how this cold therapy works. Is the short, intense duration of that therapy is safe and effective. And if anyone has any comparison to like an ice bath, that kind of thing, these are so much more easy. First and foremost, ice baths hurt. Just getting in that tub, the thought of it, we all get that cringe effect. But we know that it helps.
It does help.
It does. And the application of cold therapy, this is kind of the ice bath on steroids, some people call it.
Right.
But essentially it's a different mechanism too. The intrinsic benefits of the cryotherapy is that we get vasoconstriction and dilation.
So for anybody who doesn't know what that means, that's vasoconstriction is when your blood vessels close and like all your blood goes into the center of your core of your body,
to protect those organs. Those are more important than arm or leg temperature changes.
Right, and so in a vasodilation, blood rushes out, you get the blood vessels open.
Yes, and that's the delivery mechanism, pumping effect.
And the closest thing I can relate this to, of course, you guys know a lot of times after you have a sports injury, a few days in, they have you do hot and cold therapy.
Contrast therapy.
Which is exactly what that does, is it creates a pumping effect for your lymph, for those fluids that need to circulate and help heal you. So this is doing that just in a very concentrated manner.
It is.
And I guess really the question that I think we all want to know is, what are exactly the benefits, which I think you're about to get to.
Yes. So the benefits really, in terms of the delivery mechanism, the vasoconstriction, dilation, or closing and opening of those blood vessels helps to deliver fuel, more specifically oxygen. So as we get blood flow in those areas, oxygen helps to repair or give fuel to those muscles. In addition, with the cryotherapy, when we have those treatments, due to that adrenaline rush, which creates kind of a fight or flight response, your immune system, endocrine system is on high alert. We're kind of scanning, hey, this is a potentially life-threatening situation. Everything's on high alert. So as a response to that, certain hormones are produced. Most specifically, endorphins or natural painkillers are produced. Interleukin hormones, which help to lower histamine levels, or inflammation markers within the blood, are released. Again, with that vasoconstriction, dilation, delivery of those molecules, which lower inflammation, blood and oxygen for fuel, endorphins for just kind of a natural feel-good relief feeling. generally you're going to get out of the cryo machine with significant changes right away.
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't tell you guys this, but when I walked in today,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Scott asked me, "Are you okay?" Because he noticed, like,
Yeah.
I was exhausted. I'm
Out of it.
tired. I've been traveling a lot, and right now I feel freaking awesome. Like, I
Right.
just got out of that thing, and I feel so good. And one of the things we were discussing in there is that after I get out, I always feel so happy and so giving and positive and awesome, and it's the endorphins.
It
that
is.
you
It's
just-
that natural release of
boosts the
endorphins.
endorphins. Not only that, we're
Mhm.
talking about, you know, boosts your immune system, helps heal any like small issues you have and large
right.
issues. I know you have a lot of sports professional
We do.
athletes who come in here.
Sure.
And what is their purpose in coming?
You know, and again, I think a lot of people ask that question, you know, how does cryo work and what are the benefits? And I think that it has multiple applications. I think that for our pro athletes, whether it be some NFL, Major League Baseball, you know, professional hockey, UFC, we get a lot of people looking for recovery. So hard workouts, obviously draining, need to get to that next workout. For these people, obviously, high dollar stakes at play
real
here.
performance enhancement.
Absolutely. So again, it's kind of a pay-for-play sport. You do well, you get paid more.
Right.
So for
So
those
they're
people,
wanting to use the most
performance-based.
effective
Mhm.
means to get better as quickly
Right.
as possible.
Now, other people who have, let's say, disc injuries or shoulder rotator cuff surgeries, car accidents, things like that, where we have high levels of inflammation, we can use that as an adjunct to other therapies we provide in this office, whether it be soft tissue work, rehabilitation therapies, chiropractic care. We can use that as an adjunct for people that have specific injuries or conditions.
Helps them get better so much faster.
Absolutely. And for other people who have degenerative changes, let's say arthritis in the back or knee problems, I have people that have MS and
What about
chronic diseases,
fibromyalgia?
fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah.
Those are chronic inflammation, systemic problems. So if we can help mitigate some of the use of medications or pain, and we can improve these people's symptoms by even 50%, that's a huge change
It's
for those
huge.
people in their daily life.
Oh man, that's so
So
huge.
there's many different applications. I think what we try to do is find out what's going on, you know, what's the source of the problem, basically what are some realistic expectations, what are our goals to get through. Usually we'll set some short-term goals, measure the outcomes with some functional exams, and then make recommendations more long-term for management. So some conditions have a point A and B where we can work through them, have a resolution, things we move on. And some conditions don't heal 100%. So sometimes we need some management tools moving forward, whether it be a combination of cryo or at-home rehab, or generally just improving our biomechanics.
Wow. Well, this has been absolutely fascinating, and Dr. Scott and his team here at Cherry Creek Sport and Spine are amazing. I've been coming to see them now for the past month and a half,
Yeah.
and been really feeling just absolutely incredible. So I'll be sure to put the contact info on their site. They have some great info on their site about cryotherapy and about the other
They do.
therapies that they do here. If you're in the Denver area, come and see them.
Absolutely. Usually get some good information on our website. We've got a lot of videos and condition-based information. Generally that leads to further questions. Generally speaking, you can shoot us an email. I'll answer questions what we can over email or phone. Obviously getting you in here and doing some clinical exams gives us the best information to make
Sure.
some recommendations. And typically our recommendations are short term. Let's look at what we can do to improve pain or symptoms. Look at the what's wrong. Obviously let's look at the why.
Yeah.
What am I doing or to contribute to this problem? And what's the most cost effective way to get this stuff managed? Or in most cases, giving people recommendations to change some lifestyle, get some at-home stretches and exercises. So.
I think that's a big reason why I come here and love it, because their core values are really in alignment with mine. It's about a lifestyle.
Yes.
You know, it's not just about a quick fix, although you
That's right.
certainly can get fixed very quickly here with the
Right.
right combination and application of tools
Right.
that you guys have available.
And I think there's so many things in our daily life that we don't realize contribute to some of these conditions,
Yeah.
forward head and shoulder
Yeah.
postures, and all of these things can lead upper back issues. So if we can help dial in some management skills, a lot of times we can prevent conditions from happening in the first place.
That's awesome. Well, it's been awesome to see you guys. I'm Betty Rocker. This is my friend Dr. Scott at Cherry Creek Sport and Spine, talking to you today about cryotherapy and all of its wonderful benefits. Be sure to leave us any questions that you have below this video, and contact Dr. Scott if you have any more questions about cryo. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.